it's Mrs. Eats. Today we'll be watching another video from, Brightside. So far I have been disappointed to his videos, but this one looks pretty good. So let's see how he does. Ready, go!
Japan has a culture that's always fascinated the rest of the world. We've all heard about this country's unique mix of tradition and futurism. But I was surprised to find out that sumo is not the most popular sport there, and it takes mad skill to prepare a river pig. Oh yeah, and bathing is done a little differently than you might be used to. In Japanese culture, the main cleaning routine is done at night in several steps. Follow closely, please. First, run a hot bath and hop in the shower. You just need to lightly wash any sweat or dust off your body. Make sure you're totally rinsed, and next, have a soak in that bath, just long enough to open your pores. You might add some Epsom salt and some other skin-nourishing ingredients, kind of like brining a turkey for Thanksgiving. And anyone with long hair, make sure it doesn't touch the bath water. Pull it up in a high bun if you need to.
I think until so far, this is perfect. He got everything right. And it is also be applied when you go to a Japanese public bath. It's a very good, it's very important to follow the steps that he said. So first, you rinse your body or you wash your body with soap and a towel, and then after you clean yourself, you go into the bath. So if you have long hair, make sure your hair don't touch the water. If your hair touch the water, people think like, kitanai, dirty. Oh, don't do that. So it's kind of like an etiquette to take a public bath. And also, don't put your towel in the water. Put your towel on the head or put it outside of the bath. It's very important too.
Then climb out of the bath and let any ingredients you added soak into the water. Time to head back to the shower for another rinse. This second rinse isn't always done, but it'll remove any more stubborn grime. Since the room is probably steamy by now, your body temperature will be up, and this will open the pores even more. It also gets the metabolism going. Now you're ready to double dip and have a long, luxurious soak in that bath. Make sure the water is still hot. Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that if you're using a Japanese tub. They have a built-in heater so that the water stays hot. In Japan, bathing is more for relaxation, and it goes beyond just the body. It cleanses the soul, too. Rooted in the belief system of Shintoism, a hot evening bath washes the stress of the day away. Plus, your skin is getting the benefits of those extra ingredients you added.
Yeah, that's true too. I did a little bit of research about why Japanese people take a bath at night. As he said, it's strongly connected to Shinto, which is Japanese original religion, and also Buddhism from India and China. Ancient Japanese people used to take a bath or clean themselves before they go into the shrine or temples, because cleaning themselves means purifying yourself as well as your soul. So taking a bath was part of ancient Japanese people's like a daily routine before you enter or before you do anything religiously. かな? はい。
If you've ever been to Japan, you'll know that public bathing is very popular too. There are public bathhouses called sentos in nearly every town. Because of their location, the Japanese can enjoy bathing in hot springs as well. Those are known as onsens. In earlier times, many Japanese houses didn't have bathtubs or a heating system for the water or home. So public bathing became the solution. Now it's more of a cultural tradition. A sento or onsen is usually part of an inn that has pools and showers and is stocked with soap and shampoo. People can socialize and relax after a long day at work. Hey, sign me up. Now, it should come as no surprise that the private Japanese bathroom is an oasis. The tub is deeper than what we see in the West, so that the water reaches you all the way to your chin. Hence why you need to pull your hair up so it doesn't touch the water. It's traditionally made of cypress wood.
Yes, that's right. Traditional Japanese bath is made of cypress wood, because cypress wood has really, really nice scent, like a very almost like aroma scent from the wood. So Japanese people prefer if you are very rich, Japanese people prefer to make their bathtub with cypress wood too. And also a little earlier, he mentioned that it's like a very nice public bath is very good place to relax yourself and also socialize. We even have a saying, hadaka no tsukiyai, literally means naked relationship. Nothing romantic, but it's very common to bring your coworkers or your family or your in-laws to bring to the public bath together, and then they wash their back to each other. So washing their back means like, I have become your true friends, or we are so close now. So it's a sign of showing friendship or closer relationship. So that's why Japanese people like to go sento together. Hadaka no tsukiyai. In Asian Japan, in Edo period, there were public baths was very popular too. And there were people, women called yuna. Yuna, about 20 to 30 yunas in one public bath. What they used to do was they washed customers' back. And sometimes they bring tea or sometimes they comb your hair. But yuna worked in men's public bath as well, which is very surprising, right? So women were washing men's back. History of Japanese sento public bath in especially Edo era is really, really interesting and also crazy to think about it now.
Which will smell amazing once the tub is filled with hot water and the room is steaming. Okay, once you're done poaching in there, it's also good to know that the toilet is in a separate room than the bathtub. That way, the bath is all about cleanliness. There are even special slippers to wear only in the room with the toilet.
そうか. Yeah, when I was staying at my husband's parents' house, yes, they have a long, shallow bathtub. I tried to take a bath there, but it was so long and wide, but it's very shallow. So when I fill up the water, even though the water was full, it could only come here. The water could only come here, so I had to literally like lay in the water, like I'm in the coffin or something. Yeah, it was very difficult to take a nice bath. And then also there was a toilet in the same area. Oh, But in Japan, like he shows, we have separate room for toilet and separate room for taking a bath, and then slippers too.
Since we're on the subject of Japanese evening routine, let's talk about dinner and some other cool facts about the land of the rising sun. If you've ever been invited to a traditional dinner in Japan, always wait to be told where to sit. There will be a guest of honor, which is always the oldest person in the group.
Yes, that's true too. So usually oldest person in the group are like the most important guest of the group. So you will be ushered by the people there. If you are the top guest, usually you are supposed to sit the farthest from the entrance. That means that is the best seat for VIP.
They'll be seated in the center of the table.
Sorry, it's very funny because in whole video so far, when he used this animation, the character wears, I think it's Chinese clothes. It's not what Japanese people wear. Maybe Asian Japanese, but Japanese people don't wear this kind of, it's not kimono. It's so funny.
Try a bit of everything on your plate using your chopsticks. Chopsticks come with their own set of rules, but remember never to cross them or use them to point. Also, don't rub them together to get rid of any wood shavings. They don't do that in Japan. In Japan, slurping your soup or noodles is like saying, "This is delicious," and "My compliments to the chef." So, if you visit, go ahead and slurp away.
Yes, it was true in my dad's generation. Like he's like 70 something years old. Yes, he always tells me when you eat soba, which is buckwheat noodle, make sure to make noise. So slurp. So that's showing the respect to the chef. That's showing the That's showing that you really are enjoying the noodle. So slap like this. I think when I was young, I enjoyed doing it, just mimicking him. But as I get older, and none of my female friends female friends, none of my female friends slurp when they eat, or soba udon or spaghetti. But there are some older or even younger men still slurp when they eat noodles. You might be able to see some people doing it in Japan. Just a habit, I think.
Many parts of Japan are quite crowded, so their homes and lawns have to be small. One Japanese expression says that their gardens are so small that they'll fit on a cat's forehead.
Yes, we have a saying, 猫の額. Hitai is forehead, 猫 is cat. 猫の額ほどの something. 猫の額ほどの something. For example, my kitchen is like 猫の額 means my kitchen is so small like cat's forehead. Do cats have smaller forehead? Why cats? How about dogs? Why not mouse? Why not birds? Why Japanese? Why?
In Japan, you can get your license for a motor scooter
You have to wear a helmet, okay? You have to wear a helmet in Japan.
or similar small road vehicle
Well, he goes
starting at
really
age
fast.
16. But you must wait until you're 18 to get your license to drive a car. That came as a surprise to me as an American, but maybe there are other countries like that. What's the minimum driving age in your part of the world? Let me know down in the comments. Japan is known for its beautiful tea ceremonies.
Again, Chinese style tea ceremony. So Japanese traditional tea ceremony is not like that. So the woman on the left not supposed to take the cup with one hand. Always both hands. All right, I talked too much, sorry.
And that delicious matcha. But this might surprise you. Japan drinks about 85% of the coffee that Jamaica exports. Coffee is everywhere, from the big brands we all know to small family-owned coffee shops.
Yes.
But coffee shops in Japan aren't big social centers or impromptu offices. It's in and out. Well, that's how I like my morning coffee run as well. Here's one for sports fans. Even though sumo wrestling is the national sport, baseball tops the list of the most popular. It's a lot like the American version, but some technical things are a little different. The field, the strike zone, and the ball itself are smaller in Japan. If you're interested, soccer follows baseball in popularity, then golf, tennis, and sumo in fourth place. Go to this wondrous country and you might see Pikachu on a plane. Japan's largest airline, All Nippon Airways, has painted Pikachu and other Pokemon on the sides of their airplanes, making them fun and colorful. Now, I'm sure you have Japan to thank for giving us karaoke. But have you ever wondered what the word means? It translates as empty orchestra. So you better fine-tune your singing skills. I'm also glad we decided to just borrow the original Japanese word. Hey, you guys up for some empty orchestra tonight? Huh, that's a mouthful. The blowfish, or fugu in Japan, is a highly poisonous fish that nonetheless is eaten as a delicacy. It's so dangerous, in fact, that Japanese chefs have to complete 11 years of training if they want to serve it in their restaurant. Yes, it takes perfect skill when the stakes are that high. On a lighter note, fugu literally means river pig in Japanese. Wow, that's unappetizing on so many levels.
We only used to have wild fugus in Japan, but nowadays we have farmed fugu. So wild fugu were not born poisonous. They started getting poisoned by eating poisoned plankton in the water, in the ocean. So they pile up those poison in the body, and then if you eat the part that touched the organ that contains a lot of poison, you get sick or you die. But farmed fugu, which is getting even more popular than wild fugu now because it's cheaper. So for farmed fugu, they only give the fugu poisonless food. So farmed fugu have no poison at all. So when you go to a restaurant, for example, when you go to a izakaya, it's not like expensive like a regular izakaya. You probably see deep fried fugu or fugu dish. Don't worry, it's totally safe. They probably are using farmed fugu. So don't worry. Don't be afraid to try fugu in Japan. It's very safe. And then also, you could make your fugu hot pot at home, because in grocery stores in winter, actually it's fugu season now in winter. You can buy like a big chunks of fugu meat from grocery store. I think it's like 40 bucks, 40 US dollars to maybe up to 70 bucks for 3 servings of fugu meat. And you can do it at home. And or you could go out and then go to a fugu restaurant. So when you go to a fugu restaurant, you usually order fugu course meal. So usually start with fugu no yubiki. Yubiki means boil. So we boil the skin of fugu, which has very rich in gelatin. It's very tasty. So we boil it lightly and then put it in ice cold water and shredded it and eat with a stress ponzu sauce, which is very refreshing. And then next meal will be fugu no sashimi, so raw fugu, and then you eat deep fried fugu, and then you finally eat fugu hot pot. If you like sake lover, they usually serve fugu no hirezake. Hire is fin, so we burn the fugu's fin and put it in a hot sake and drink it. It's very I have tried it. My dad loves it. So it's like a sweet, concentrate, strong, and roasty. And it's very good. If you like sake, please try.
Saving face and avoiding embarrassment is very important there. I'd say in a lot of other places too.
Chinese clothes.
But here's the surprise. Getting caught in the rain without an umbrella is considered foolish. Don't worry though, there are countless convenience stores where you can pop in and get yourself an umbrella. If you're looking for a place to spend your golden years, you'll be in good company in Japan. About 23% of the population is over 65 years old. In fact, it's also the country with the most centenarians. That's people who have celebrated their 100th birthday. Japan has 16 national holidays. There are so many crammed into late April and early May that this is referred to as Golden Week. One of those includes Greenery Day on May 4th, which celebrates nature. But there's also separate Marine Day in July, dedicated to the greatness of the ocean, and Mountain Day in August to commemorate, well, mountains. School plays a huge part in Japanese life. Lessons on being kind-hearted, studying hard, and feeling empathy would be a typical kindergartner school day.
What's going on here?
Even the right way to clean is taught. In most schools, students clean the classroom at the end of every day. Yeah, we didn't talk about sushi. Love it though, can't get enough. Maybe in an upcoming video. Leave me a comment if you agree. Hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend.
All right. Wow, I'm so impressed by this guy today, Brightside guy. You did good job this time. Your couple of last videos was so wrong. But this time, you got it mostly right. I was so impressed. Good job. Alright everyone, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next video. Okini!